Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Well, Nick Collier here again, and after doing this crusher project, I got a little extra cashola, so I was able to purchase a reversing tapping head, and I'm pretty excited about it. Now the problem is, and I just took it all apart, of course, and the problem is that it's got a number, what is that, maybe a 3 or 4 taper, Morris taper on it, and that's not going to work in my mill. And it's some pretty hard stuff, which is unfortunate. I think I can cut it, so I had to take it apart, and then what we want to do is we want to come in and trim this down to about 7/8, which will fit in my 7/8 collet, and then cut this off, and then put the thing back together again and give it a try for the first time. Now this is a pretty cool one, because all of the ones I found on eBay for any kind of reasonable price didn't have collets to go with it. This has a whole set of collets to go with it, which is pretty exciting, and it's got a little grease gun that goes with that. There it is right there. And so we've got a kind of a cool tool, and this is going to help me a lot with doing the next crusher project, because in that project I have what do I have? 240 screws or holes to thread. Well, actually more than that, but 240 out the gate. And then the next time she wants me to do it, I think she wants me to do 60 of them, so that's almost 500 plus threaded holes to do, and turn that mill on and turn it back off and reverse it. It's quite an effort. So hopefully this thing's going to just take care of all of that, and all I got to do is grab it. It turns itself around and unscrews back up. So we're going to cut this down. Hopefully it's going to turn out, and see how we can do. Okay, hang in there with me. We're going to have some fun. Okay, so we've got this thing chucked up, and we've chucked it onto this knurling. I think what I want to do is I want to get some little chips underneath that to kind of protect that knurling a little bit. It's gotten boogered up maybe over the years, or misuse or something, but just something to give me just a little bit of protection. There's 2. There's 4. Okay. Yeah, we're 1.5 or so. this side. Just a little over 1. That's something I can live with. So let's see how we can do cut-wise. So we're just going to try it out here on the end just in case it doesn't work. I don't know, may not work, but I think I'm going to go in and sharpen this bit a little bit. It looks like it's kind of been through the ringer. Let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, we'll come back. Okay, let's see if this will work. It's cut. All right, we're going to start in here. Cutting, but it's not a good clean edge. It's cutting on the further up the surface. It's cutting right here rather than out at the tip. So I think what I need to do in order to get this right, I got a bunch of these, so I'm just going to get a new one and redo that. All right, let's give that a try. Okay, we're down to almost 975. We got 100 thousandths to go. 3 more cuts or so. It's pretty hot, but I think we're going to be okay. we'll put this on hold for 20 minutes or so, let that whole thing cool down. We're taking our measurement, and it looks like we're sitting at 898. We need to go down to 875. So we'll take, so that's 23. So we're going to we're at 1 under, and I can live with that. So now we're going to figure out our depth, which is right about there, and it's not real critical. All right. And I think since we have the ability, we're just going to rotate this around. See if we can get in there. That looks good. We're just going to cut ourselves a little V as a kind of a start. That's where we want to cut it off, is right there. And this is some pretty hard ass shit, so I think the best deal is to just take a chop blade or a cutoff blade and just cut it. Okay, so we've got our shaft turned down, and we've got the 7/8 collet. Fits perfect. Now, as I was taking this apart, I realized that right here, I don't know if you can see it, I'm going to bring it in close. It says steel, cast iron, brass, aluminum. So this thing adjusts up to the particular kind of material that you're cutting. So we're going to take it all the way up to steel because I know that's what we'd be cutting first. Yep, there we go. Now, if you look inside, and I think you can see inside, yeah, it looks like you can see that there's some some slip dogs in here that this goes into, and I'm assuming that what happens is somehow this slides down inside of this. There's something. I can see it hitting. But the one thing I want to bring to your attention is look at these things. There is no wear whatsoever on these. I mean, usually you'd see that. There's a little bit of wear, and maybe it got used just a little bit. Isn't that interesting? This is really a good unit. Made in England. I can't pronounce the name, but where's it at? Asouite. Who knows? Halifax Corporation in England. Drills and reams up to 7/8 of an inch. Taps, studs, 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch. That's pretty cool. Okay, so what we've got is we want to put our little spring in first. Make sure it's cleaned off. Actually, you know what? I think the first thing to do is pump some grease in here. And I'm hoping this is the right grease. I'm guessing that it's probably the original grease that came with the unit, and nobody ever put anything else in. Cool little grease gun. Alright, so now this, and we want to put some grease on the spline. This honking spring goes there. This goes like that. The spline gets put into place. The little spring, where did the little spring go? Oh, there it is. Goes here. And then the whole thing just kind of goes together like that. Definitely locks. Alright, now is where it gets a little stiff. So we're going to put that in the vise and bring it up to size. And I want to put just a little bit of grease on these threads. All right, what's holding us back? I'm thinking that maybe this inside of here slides one way or the other. I'm not seeing that. No, maybe it just sits right on top. There it is. Yeah, it's slipping. I can see that I'm going to need to make a spanner wrench. I might have one. No, it's too big. But we can do it by hand. Just, it's a bit of a fight. Okay. Whee. All right, let's put a little grease in the interior here. All right, well, as far as I can tell, everything looks like it's doing what it should do. I'm guessing that's a Allen. Yep, just kind of holds it in place. Let's get a little grease on this. It's got to be turned just in the right place. I know it works because I did it once before. There it is. Okay, it's locked in. All right, let's take this over to the mill and see if we can do something.